For the final project, my topic is Amazon Simple Workflow, SWF. In these presentations, I will cover the following items. First, introductions and background information of the Amazon's SWF. What does it do exactly for the end users? Second, the benefits offered by the service. How does it help for the users to build workflow solutions in this platform? Then, a basic concept for the service. What should we understand before the implementations? And the limitations of the service. End users should pay attention on some of the restrictions to make sure the service meets their business requirements. Finally, a demonstrations to use Amazon SDK for .NET to implement a workflow business applications. According to Amazon, Amazon Simple Workflow is a web service that makes it easy to implement workflow to coordinate work across distributed applications components. The key features of the service is to provide task coordinations and state management. Very often, developers need to write a complex infrastructures for the workflow system, such as coordinate events and tasks, maintain workflow states, and support logging and audit. With SWF, they can focus on the business logic instead of building a complete workflow engine. Also, Amazon SDK provides easy API for the developers to build their system with SWF. Why use Amazon's SWF? This service provides three key benefits: automations, flexibilities, and auditabilities. For automations, the service maintains workflow execution state behind the scenes. For flexibilities, it allows the separations of performing tasks and their coordinations, so it gives the end user the flexibilities to deploy, run, scale, and update the applications independently. For auditability, it provides detailed audit trails for the execution of each single step in the workflow. Users can use the Management Console or SDK to keep track of the workflow execution and task status. SWF has the following three key components to drive the workflow: domain, decider, and worker. Domain defines all workflow resources such as workflow type, task type, and executions. Worker is a program that talks to a simple workflow service to pull tasks from the particular task list and perform tasks. It sends the result back to the service. Decider is a program that defines the business logics and controls the task coordinations. End users need to pay attention to some of the restrictions when they are choosing this service. It has a limitation for the following items: workflow types per domain, activity types per domain, total domain, workflow executions, history retentions. Also, only AWS access key can be used to communicate with the service. Before publishing the workflow, end user must set the appropriate access rule through the Identity and Access Management Tool, IAM. For the demonstrations, I use order processing workflow as a scenario to build workflow solutions. In the typical order processing workflow, sales persons first send the customer orders to the customer service. Customer service verify the order. Then the orders is sent to the accounting to process the payment transaction. Once the transaction is complete, the order goes to the shipping departments to deliver the order. At the end, customer service complete the order and notifies the customers. This diagram shows the communications between each component. Sales is serving its workflow starter, and send requires the service to initiate workflow executions. On the top, the decider constantly makes decisions for the next step of the execution until the workflow completes. On the bottoms, we have three workflow programs: customer service, accounting, and shipping, to perform tasks independently. These are the steps to run the demo. First, open SWF Decider solution in Visual Studio 2012, and then run the project for the decider. The program defines a new domain, register workflow types, and task type. After the configuration is done, it pulls decision tasks continuously. On the other hand, open SW Workflow solution and open all the projects. So we have the sales workflow status program, send the decisions task with the workflow start event to initiate workflow executions. These are the outputs generated from each program. Customer service worker pull the tasks from the customer service task list and perform tasks to verify order, complete order, notify customer. Accounting workers programs pull tasks from the accounting task list and process payment tasks. Shipping worker programs pull tasks from shipping task list and process shipping tasks. At the end, based on the communications between the worker programs and the service, decider will review each task result and makes an appropriate decision for the next step until the workflow is complete. On the AWS Management Console, I can check the current status of the domain and find out which execution is complete or still in progress. I can also inspect the details information of each workflow execution and check the complete tasks along with the executions. For the materials, you can download through this URL. You can find my project description, file paper, demo source code, and this presentation in PowerPoint. Thank you.